It's been a devastating year in Sudan. The war, which began in April 2023, is gripping the country and threatens millions of lives and livelihoods. With a number of initiatives like the Jeddah Platform and Geneva Talks, the African Union, the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, and Egypt, among others, have come up empty-handed.
The failure of the initiatives is attributed to the multiplicity of the views that handle the Sudanese crisis. All the views and efforts need to be unified and determine the priorities in the first phase. It needs to focus on both humanitarian and political solutions.
People who remain in the country are angry and desperate.
The war must stop now before it's too late. There's a crossroad where things fall apart and cannot be fixed. The mediators must find ways to stop the war from spreading further.
The war shall not stop if the impunity continues. We demand justice for civilians and victims. Any solution that does not include punishment for the perpetrators will not last and shall elongate the conflict.
The war broke out in the capital Khartoum, but its flames now burn in central Sudan, all Darfur regions, and threatening eastern and northern states. A bit of relief came to some conflict zones when the two warring parties pledged to reopen the Adri border point for aid delivery, but this did not stop the hostilities, and the death toll continues to rise rapidly.
As the war in Sudan stretches on, it has been described as one of the world's worst unfolding humanitarian crises. 14 million have been displaced, most of them women and children. Half of Sudan's population is also struggling to find enough food to survive.
There have been allegations of war crimes and crimes against humanity by both warring sides in a number of regions, and Sudan has seen the deterioration of its health, education, and economic systems.
None of the current players possess real and effective cards to push on Sudan's warring parties to stop the war. The warring parties themselves aren't serious about putting the arm down. This complex situation needs cautious tools to find and implement any solution. This must happen, or we can see a proxy war that turns the region to a war-torn one.
As the conflict heads into a new year, the future of millions of Sudanese people will depend on the end of hostilities and the success of mediation talks. Naba Muhyiddin, CGTN, for Sudan.